guys, hope all is well. We are back at it for the 420 challenge, and today is 4/19, April 19th. This is one of the windier days of the challenge, so it might be a bit difficult today trying to film anything. If any of you guys are new, what is the 420 challenge? Well, it's where I take about an hour and a half out of each day and I go for a 4-mile walk, and I do that for 20 days in a row. I started on April 1st and I will end the challenge tomorrow on 420, April 20th. So as you can see, there's a lot of ties to the 420 reference in there. If you've been following the channel, you know I've been trying to gear up for tomorrow, hopefully to do the grand finale with a 10-mile walk. And for tomorrow, outside of April 2nd and April 3rd, when it snowed for 2 days and it was quite windy, tomorrow, 420, is looking to be the third worst day out of the whole bunch of them. It's looking like maybe 47 for a high. They're calling for real feel, maybe like 36, 38 degrees. Looking quite breezy. It's funny, they've been forecasting 47 for this Saturday for a good week at least. They haven't changed it at all. Looking good, Montella Lake. Looking good. I did do another weigh-in this morning, even though I was a bit nervous to do so. Went down to the local restaurant, cafe, whatever you want to call it. It's right next door to our salon. If you guys have been following this challenge, you know I've already ate a couple burgers down there during the challenge. So when I do that, I let a few pieces of bread slip into diet. So last evening was no exception. I had a mushroom Swiss, and yes, I ate the bread. I also did some cottage cheese last night, and I may have borrowed a few bites off of a real thick, meaty quesadilla. But yeah, jumped on the scale this morning and actually was down. So we started the challenge April 1st at 210. This morning, April 19th, I was at 204. So that's 6 pounds down. So I kind of already met my weight goal. I think I was shooting for 5 or 6 during this challenge. Now if I can keep it there, we do got one more day left. Let's see what's happening down Lake Shore. I just got stopped by an old client, an old friend, and he's always got work lined up for me if I want it. I probably could have worked out there all winter, but my health wasn't the greatest, and I also decided to maybe kind of get out of that line of work and concentrate on being a full-time artist. Now I'm kind of confused on what to do. Now that my mom's gone too, I got another house. I'm gonna have some more payments to take care of. It seems like I don't have enough time in the day to deal with just the basic things, let alone get out there and try making a bunch of money. But I need to figure it out. The problem is all these old customers, they get a hold of me all the time, and then I always say yes and I take the jobs because it's kind of hard to turn down the money, you know. But then, you know, the dreams of being a full-time artist get pushed to the side and it never gets done. Plus on top of that, I actually got maybe another business or two idea in my mind. Something different than being a carpenter my whole life. It's not that I don't like being a carpenter. I actually like that kind of work. The part I don't like is going to other places to do jobs. I gotta load up all the tools in a work vehicle, drive to a job site, take them tools out, set up, work, pick them up, put them back every day. I'm kind of at the point where sure, I'll do carpentry, like more creative kind of stuff in my shop where I'm set up. All my tools are there. I get to go to the same place every day. Anyway, I don't know where I'm going with that conversation, but yeah, I just ran into an old client there. Told him I'd go out there, visit with him, see what he's got going on. He's one of those guys I've been working for over 20 years. He always pays you on time. He pays you in cash. And to top it off, he's a cool guy too. And the best part, he's never in a big hurry, which is probably important if you hire me. I actually have a buddy of mine down the road here that has hired me quite a bit on jobs at his house. And last year, I gave him a bid on some windows, and he took somebody else's bid, and I was surprised at that. I thought I gave him a really good price. But when he said he hired somebody else, he kind of insinuated he hired somebody else for time purposes. So I was kind of guessing, does he think I'm slow or something? I'm not even sure on that. Especially windows, man. I like window jobs. I can crank them suckers out pretty fast. I can say this, I can only see that window job from walking by. But they made one glaring mistake that I would have tried avoiding. But it is what it is. Everybody does their own thing. Basically what I'm talking about is it's an old log cabin, and it looked like they wrapped the exterior windows with aluminum, which is a very common practice with replacement windows. But when you're working with something older like that, it just doesn't look right. Personally, I would have wrapped them all out of wood, painted the wood, and make it match the rest of the cabin. Now you got a nice painted cabin, log siding, wood soffits and fascias, and you got this big ugly aluminum wrap on the windows. Just looks goofy to me. That's something you kind of run into. People, they'll want windows and they will hire a window company, which makes sense, doesn't it? But I always tell people that might be a mistake. I think you're always better off to hire a smaller carpentry company that works in windows and doors and roofs and siding and decks and interiors, exteriors. Those people are usually craftsmen, and they will do a good job on anything you hire them for. If you hire, say, a window specific company, like say you hire a Mad City Windows or Champion Windows or one of those companies, you don't even know what you get when you hire them companies. Them companies, they'll hire almost anybody they can get just to work for them, and they send those people to your house. And those people, they don't take pride. It's not their company they're working for. They're working for a company and putting windows in your house. So my advice, you want windows, you want doors, you want roofs, you want siding, don't hire a roofing company. Don't hire a window company. Don't hire a door company, and don't hire a siding specific company. You'll be better off hiring a good carpenter that actually knows how to do all those things and do them all well. Somebody that actually owns the company and they actually do the work too. They're going to put pride in that work. They're generally going to want to make sure that the customer is happy. And another thing, like for instance, Mad City Windows around here, they'll come in this small town and they'll give people like crazy outrageous bids, and people don't know any better and they take the bid. There's been a couple times I've been called after these companies have came in for a bid, and the amount these people quoted them, it just blows my mind, to be honest with you. I've had people with like $35,000 estimates or bids for windows, and I would literally do it under 10 grand. And I would still make pretty good money. And when I went to bid the house, I wasn't a sales guy. I was the guy that was actually going to show up and do the work. You got somebody like Mad City Windows showing up. You got a salesman showing up. What is their job? Their job is sales. That's it. They're not carpenters. Their job is to figure out how to close the deal. That's how they get paid. With somebody like me, yeah, of course I got to make a sale. But I just want to sell a good product at a fair price. And if I get hired, I want to do a really good job. Okay, this topic got out of control. We're out here walking, not talking contractors. But if any of you guys that are listening are into any custom carpentry, I mean, I'll make custom barn doors, custom designed walls and ceilings. Really want a cool accent wall to make your house pop, I'm the guy for that. Or if you just want some general cool wall art made out of wood, I do that stuff too. And then I walk 4 miles a day, 20 days in a row. Today I took a bit different route. I took it once before on this challenge, but I thought it would hide me from the wind the best. So that's why we took it. I think it's worked. Yes, it's windy out, but if I walked at my normal stomping grounds, I'll be getting blown away right now. Just starting blooming season around here. April showers bring May flowers is a popular saying around here. I think we did get a couple inches of rain this week, the way it sounds. Anyway, guys, what a stupid video I got going here today. I've done a ton of work on this house too over the past 20 years or so. My buddy Mike lives there. Even Mike, he's called me a few times the past 6-8 months. And I always push him off a little bit, but the work is available if I want it. I just got to decide if I want it or not. I might not have a choice. Who knows? I got to end your guys' suffering. This video is ridiculous. So I'm going to let you guys go. Tomorrow is the big 420 grand finale. Looking like a perfectly crappy day to make the last day a little bit more challenging, which is perfect, as this is called the 420 challenge. I'll probably have to go home and look for a backpack or something. I'll have to carry a little bit of water, bring some snacks with me. I mentioned earlier there's a bridge out in the country outside of town that I can walk to from my house, and I've done it in the past. I used to bike there and back in the past, and if I remember correctly, it's like almost exactly 5 miles. And I was gonna check, but I'm not gonna check. I'm just gonna head towards it. And I'll turn my walking map on and we'll see what it says. If it's a hair under 5 miles to the bridge, that's okay. My goal is to get to the bridge. And if I gotta go a little bit further to get to 10, I will. And if I hit 5 miles before I reach the bridge, I'll probably turn around, unless I'm fairly close, then I'll push it to the bridge. As the bridge to me seems like a good halfway point, I'll stop for a bit at the bridge, get a snack, take a rest, and do the final 5 after that. So far, it's been a fun challenge, and yes, there have been challenging moments, and maybe tomorrow will be the biggest challenge of all, even though I will have finished the challenge once I hit 4 miles tomorrow. Then I will probably take off Sunday, no walking, and by Monday I'll try figuring something else to do, or if I have to, I'll just get out and bust a walk. Definitely stay active. I gotta keep these streaks going. I'm trying to see if it's even possible if I can lose weight being in permanent AFib and also while taking beta blockers. Alright guys, blah blah blah. It's windy as hell. It's chilly out today, though it is very sunny. But I'm gonna let you guys go. We will be back here tomorrow for the 420 grand finale. Don't miss it. Take care, guys.